Hi, this is Jenna from Willow Edge Art. This is my quote-unquote studio. It's my tiny home office where I also work on everything in addition to work. The furniture hasn't changed much since I moved like 5 times in the past several years, from going through vet school, changing jobs, having to move, even with the same job. But just gonna go over everything so you see what I work in and the conditions I work in. I love books, I love reading, so all these bookcases have been moving with me throughout the whole time. This is a very tiny room, but we make it work. I don't have 2 dogs, I have one very large dog, so that's where he hangs out when he's forced to watch me do things. Under this table this is the messiest part. It's where I keep all my scanning mats, and right now I still have wrapping paper and stuff, my giant box of t-shirts that I have that I'm working on selling heat transfer vinyl designs with. This is the Cricut maker I got to test. There will be a different video comparing that to the Brother ScanNCut 225, but this is literally collecting dust after the first month of forcing myself to keep testing it, using it, doing things. I had a clear favorite right away, so it's literally collecting dust. I just use the weeding tools because I like them. Some finished and not finished stuff right there. My UV lamp. I actually got a really nice one, really well made, from Amazon. That was even cheaper, but it could only do 2 minutes at a time, and it drove me bonkers. So when I had an order through Tiny Pandora, I just got this one because it has a stay-on function. It's very lightweight, feels cheap, kind of narrower on the inside than my other one, but I don't care. Like, it has a stay-on function, and that is just absolutely necessary for me. And this little cardboard box I have, so if I can take the floor out for something taller, I can just set things in the box. Once I sell or get rid of the maker, my poor little brother ScanNCut will get promoted up on top of the table. Right now I have it on an art box, and I just kind of pull it a little way out from the wall, and I just kind of use it on the floor. I love it. It's my go-to. You can do literally everything with it. I just got the vinyl specific auto blade for it, and I love it. The standard auto blade worked fine for a while, but really detailed, thin, tiny, curvy with a sharp angle lettering with the vinyl, it would sometimes pull it up, rip it, and ruin it, which happens with every machine. But honestly, since I got the vinyl auto blade, it's like perfect. This is my shipping stuff for items. Mostly right now I'm selling like polymer clay, Christmas ornaments and jewelry, and a few t-shirts right now, but I really don't tap into this stuff too much yet because for the past 2 years I've saved every wrapping bubble wrapped envelope from Amazon, smallish box I have gotten, so I reuse everything. But sometimes I do run out of this crinkly stuff, so I got a good deal on that, and it's recyclable. These are compostable, biodegradable, but waterproof and fairly durable mailing pouches. I think they're 9 by 14 inches, and I love them. They were very inexpensive, and it works a lot easier for mailing single t-shirts and stuff. In the corner is my sad little 20-year-old iron that I use because I don't have like a one of those Cricut or the big pad type heat transfer things. This is my photo kind of light box I got from Amazon. It was the sturdiest one I could get for like under $25. I rarely use it. The lighting, I'm still trying to figure out how to get what I want, and I'm impatient, so sometimes I just, especially for ornaments, I take a picture of them on my tree. Now, when I get rid of my tree in a week or two, then I'll be forced to probably use this more. There shouldn't be a story to this plastic Sterilite chest of drawers, but wow, it took 2 months to get this. It involved me buying it online from Home Depot, buying it online from Amazon, them taking my money, them not sending me the product. 2 months ended up going by. I finally reordered it, had to pay more than what I initially did, got a different color, but it's here, it works, it was dirt cheap, compared to like the nice stuff that I really wanted from IKEA and things like that. These two plastic storage drawers and the one on my desk, I got those. One is from Lowe's, one is from Harbor Freight. Very cheap. They just get stuff kind of organized and out of the way. If you're shopping for these to keep clay in, be warned. Fimo doesn't fit in them width-wise. You can fit to like Sculpey Primo or Sculpey 3 or souffles in there, but that's it. But you have to squish and really mangle Fimo to get it to fit in width-wise. So I have some of my Fimo, even heights-wise. It's a struggle. Yeah, you can really need to have a better program here. Height-wise, you still have to squish. I thought I squished these really good. You can feed a decent amount. Depth-wise, it's just not easy. So this one I'm mostly using to store raw clay that something has been done to, and I'm trying to keep up with labeling. Up here for now is where I keep the Cost clay that I have. I think I'm down to 3.5 bricks of the stuff I got. I'm using it more and more. My last order, they sent me a free Monster clay gray. It's medium. It feels pretty hard, but it's chilly in here. Just placed another order for more now that I know how much I go through when I'm mixing it with stuff, but the flexibility and unbreakableness is just awesome. These people gave me from the office, and I'm storing stuff that needs finished, like everything else in my life. On top, I have what few documents paper-wise still exist in my life. And then this is my binder so far of clay that I'm saving and wanted organized. When you get sheets like this, really seek out the thicker, heavy-duty ones that don't like collapse and aren't super flimsy. It'll make your life a whole lot easier. It really makes a difference. Like this actually stays upright. With the flimsy ones, it's just a crinkled mess, and your clay actually gets cracked and broken from bending so much. My workspace, funny story, this desk I chose when I was 11 or 12 when my parents gave me the option. We got it from BJ's Wholesale in Northeast PA, but it's apparently a Costco type brand. It's not incredibly sturdy anymore. It's a little scary when I do stuff. But I've always liked the design. I got it when I was 12, which is now over 20 some years ago. It has been disassembled and moved probably 10 or 11 times. We're at the point where the screw holes are stripped from the particle board, and I'm stuffing glue and toothpicks in to make it come together. It'll just survive another move. I feel like it's time to retire. The depth is helpful. I mean, I've had this since I had a massive computer where the monitor was like 3 feet deep, and I tucked it in that corner, and now I have a giant but flatter all-in-one that's also very heavy, but everything still stays up. But I still like the shape. It's hard to find desks that are more vertical. Now, in this room, because of the tapered ceilings, this height works, but my perfect desk would be really high. I'm 6 feet tall. I like things up. I like vertical storage. I don't like clutter, but it is what it is. You can see the veneer is gone and it's been sanded. I think that happened like 7 years ago when it got so damaged from all the stuff I was doing on it art-wise and eating up here and food and dumping drinks countless times. So since I got back into clay the past year or two, it has clearly changed from what was on it before, but they match the big one. These little drawers, I got a 6-pack of these for a really good price from Walmart. It just forced me to go to a Walmart to pick up, but I have 2 at work to try and organize stuff there, but they actually fit a lot of stuff. There's some tools there. A lot of my jewelry findings are here. I just reorganized it, so I'm only 70% remembering where everything is, so I have to still look at the labels, but it keeps things organized. They're not clear, so you have to depend on labels or memory. These I also got from Harbor Freight, really cheap. I think I got them on sale for like $1.10 each. They snap together top and bottom. They're individual little squares. You can actually fit a lot in, and they do pull out, which is nice. Getting them back in is a little tricky, but I'm still figuring out what I put in there. I stuffed 3 in there. This is where I'm trying to hold all my ScanNCut, but it's not enough because I just finally got my shipment that was I placed 2 months ago from Clay Factory, from Howard at Clay Factory. This is what I started with, and at one point when I got into clay, everything fit in here. And then stuff didn't, not just because of things I was buying and me realizing what clays I actually don't like, but got a lot of clay for gifts, stuff I wouldn't have bought myself, but I'm actually finding nice uses for. Like if I hadn't been, yes, exactly. If I hadn't been gifted souffle, I would have never bought souffle, and I really love the feel of it. I really do. This is where I cram most of my clay tools. The farther back you go, the less I use. My Controlled Madness accessories that I pull from. This stuff is pretty amazing. I had to pay crazy shipping to buy it directly from the company, but it's hard to find, and it works great. It's very protective, and the newest thing I tried it on was the Cos Clay, and I was really worried because it flexes so much. I was like, what's going to happen to the finish? But so far, on Cos Clay itself and acrylic painted Cos Clay and other finished Cos Clay, it just moves with it, and it works really good. And I'm hoping this lasts me forever. Other clay tools up in here. This wooden thing is actually a test tube holder, so it has shallow little things, and things fall through a lot, but I still like it better than those big white plasticky things. As far as sizing of what fits in these things, so you can stuff 6 clay packets, something ScanNCut-like sized, in that. Do I have any other clay in those? No. But yeah, ScanNCut's a pretty wide. It's not as deep as Fimo, but width-wise, it's pretty normal. This digital scale, highly recommend. I have a review on Amazon. It was cheap and it works phenomenally, and it's so easy to use and it remembers all your settings. Pasta machine. I went all out when I first bought one, and I got the Atlas, whatever, 180, wellness, blah, 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 high end, and I used it and it was fine, but out of the box, brand new, it makes crazy ridges, and I never abused it. I never put in unconditioned clay or thick or skipped settings or blah, blah, blah. It just has always done that, and it got really annoying. And I watched some YouTube reviews and I was like, you know what? I keep hearing that this non-stick Makins thing works fairly well, so I got one. I think I got it for like $45, and it works really good. Like, I can't even use my poor little Atlas's stuff down there. I couldn't even do Cost Clay in the other one. It would flake and rip up the surface and cause air pockets, and it was just ridiculous. And I mean, with this, I still can't go down to like a 7, 8, 9 with Cost Clay or anything super sticky. But this is actually working really good, and I'm trying to be nice to it. If I have to buy one of these every like 4 years, so be it. Unless someone is nice and buys me like a Lucy Clay one, which I would love. But this'll, in the words of Babe the Pig, this'll do big. Down there, so those bags, I just came back on a crazy pointless tour of Hobby Lobby's, Michael's, and Joann Fabrics to see if anyone has any Pardo clay anywhere. The answer is no, but I used some gift cards, some coupons, and all kinds of stuff, and got some fairly good deals. They're just like post-Christmas picked out, like it was apocalyptic in there. That is my IKEA sewing machine. I got it for $49.99. I have had it for, I got it the year it came out, so it's gotta be like 5+ years. It's such a good little machine. I grew up and I always had to borrow my Nana's when my mom's didn't work, or use my mom's. They both have old, very old machines, but that's what I grew up using and got used to it. But I sewed a lot. Like, I would make projects and stuff, but by the time I hit my teens and I became the shape that I am, I had to buy like super big clothes for length because I'm tall. I have a 37-inch inseam. I have a very long torso. I don't think I'm disproportionate, but according to the laws of commercially made clothing, I am. So I'm probably like a small, medium, short size, but I have to get an extra long or an extra large for length. And then since I've been 13, I've been taking things in so they're not billowy like tents on me. So my sewing machine got a lot of work. And as soon as IKEA released this one, I was like, I like IKEA. I will try this. And it has worked really, really well. This plastic storage, some of the things in those shelves have literally not changed for over a decade. I have to go through it. There's things on hang on to, but there's like electronics and cables. The top one is like sewing stuff, and then very random stuff all throughout. I have to go through it. This is my printer. It's a Canon Pixma IX6820. It is phenomenal for photographs. It can print up to 13 by 9 inch documents. It's great. I'm mad at this one because I had to buy a second one. My first one died 4 years to the day that I purchased it. It was a print head failure. I tried everything. I'm technologically savvy. I actually bought a replacement print head and calibrated it, but it ultimately failed and would not work. So I looked at printers, I looked at reviews, and I begrudgingly wanted to stick with this model, and the only choice was to buy it again for even more than I paid 4 years ago, and that's why I'm mad at it. But if I get 4 years out of this one, I'll be happy, but I doubt they make them anymore at this point. It works really good. I occasionally print stuff out for work, but otherwise, I can scan stuff, print stuff, draw stuff, print stuff, scan it in the Brother. Got a whole system going on, but I know a lot of people don't have printers these days, but I still really like it and I use it a lot. My neighbor, who I still haven't actually met, they moved in several months ago, but with COVID and our crazy schedules, our relationship has become sneaking onto each other's porches and leaving cards and gifts and stuff. But they got me this really nice candle, and this was the lid, and I was like, So, and it's designs on both sides, so I think I'm going to use this on clay and make them some coasters as a thank you when I have time. But yeah, this is my work surface. This is where things happen. This is the light I got from Amazon. Not too secure of a clip. It's kind of annoying, but the settings are really nice. You can choose brightness, yellow content of the light, blah, blah, blah. So it helps. I'm a bit of a vampire, but even for some art projects, I need more light than this pathetic thing can provide. And this, I got to secure a camera up above me. It was cheap, it's stupid, it's annoying, it barely works, but I didn't pay a lot, and the goal is to eventually actually release videos showing things happening. So yeah, this is where I try to have fun and take time to craft and relax. It doesn't happen much. I work 14 to 16 hour days. I am off Wednesdays, and that's when doctor appointments and errands have to happen. And yeah, me and my dog have a busy life, but he's at work with me. He loves work. He loves everything. So, and he loves exercise when it's cold. So I actually have less time when it's cold and awfully bitter and windy and snowy or icy out, because we're outside playing. In the summer, on a beautiful 72-degree day, he is hot and wants to be inside and do nothing, and that lets me get stuff done, but that's when I want to be outside. So that's the conundrum. Oh yeah, I did forget this stuff, sorry. This is an iris case shelving unit. They fit 12 by 12s. I just had to label it because it was driving me bonkers pulling through. I should explain this. So at work, we get certain documents and certificates printed out by some companies, and there's a couple sizes, but they separate everything with this really nice heavy-duty cardstock in full-size sheets and these little ones. These are perfect for mailing vinyl. People save them, look for them. If you know anyone with an office job who orders paper envelopes or printed documents, ask if they can save these, because I don't think I'll ever have to buy this stuff, which is really nice. Heat transfer vinyl is in the second one. I only have a few kinds right now till I figure out what people like, other than using it for gifts. I think I've only made one sale of it to a stranger, but yeah, I like it. It works really well with the machine. It's easy to use, so I'll obviously be getting more if I sell more. This is my Oracle 651 and 631 vinyl. Here I have decorative vinyls, which are almost all Cricut. This is everything. I have the transfer tape. I got a big roll of that for the vinyl on Amazon. This binder has everything I've drawn as outlines, shapes, artwork that I've transferred to the ScanNCut. I save everything so I don't have to do it again. And then on top you see foam, double-sided sticky tape for cards and craft work and stuff like that. I thought I was getting one roll of 1/4 inch and one roll of 1/2 inch, but they sent me 2 of each, so if somebody wants them, I will send it your way, because I'll never ever use this much. This is only half of it. And, oh yeah, I moved everything. This is my 12 by 12 cardstock. Haven't done much of anything. I've made one card. One card since I bought the maker and the brother like 6 months ago. I have done art, like paper craft, like I've made chains of paper stars for Christmas and some decorative stuff, but I gotta get cracking on this. So when I see people that have like boxes and boxes of paper and those packets, I'm like overwhelmed. I don't even want this much. Like, I want to use it. I don't want to have it just to have it. So this is the heaviest one. Yeah, I ran out of room because you can't stack 8x12s side by side here. You just have one stack. So when I got gifted some paper for Christmas, I didn't even know they know, I had to move all my regular size paper right here because it no longer fit. Down there's my surge protector for all my equipment because we get a lot of surges and brownouts here between wind and car crashes. I can't believe I forgot this stuff. Storage of canes and some pre-made clay colors. For now, I'm keeping brushes in here so they're easy to get. This I will have a video review on it, but it's a cheap workline paper cutter. Again, I'm clearly not a card maker, but this was, I think, $7 and I paid $3 for all those refills up there, which I haven't even used yet. This works really good. It is what it is. Beads I have to reorganize. They're kind of driving me bonkers. This was like one of those grab bag clearance things where you don't know what you're getting. And I think I will use 2 individual beads from all of this, so I need to send this on its way to someone that will use it. But I love Fire Mountain Jeanne, so I try to get most of my beads and findings from them. But this is my bead stash that is so poorly executed. I need to figure it out because that drives me bonkers too, finding stuff. I feel like I use the same 4 beads for my Christmas ornaments, so. But yeah, this is the controlled chaos where late at night and on Wednesdays I occasionally get things done with my dog typically over there snoring, sighing, and judging me because it's usually late and he just wants to go to bed. He's downstairs. He doesn't want to even bother to do the steps right now. I turned the heat up to 68 in here, so he's cooking. Oh, and I'm speaking of Jordy. Jordy, the Borzoi puppy. I can call him a puppy for a few more weeks. His birthday is January 19th. But yeah, this is my home office / studio. Where right now I make some things to sell on my Etsy shop, but quantity-wise, I think I've mostly just been too busy finding time to make gifts for family members and stuff, but we'll see. I'm off and not going anywhere New Year's Eve, and I just want to either be outside with my dog or right here getting stuff done. So thanks for getting through my little tour here. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I'm okay being judged. It's cool. It's whatever. I hope you all have a safe and happy New Year, and I hope you get time to do some crafting. I mean, I'm a veterinarian, so we have never had a day off. It has only gotten crazier and more busy, so when people were on lockdown and getting into hobbies and stuff, I honestly was like dead on my feet and wishing I could just stay home and do crafts, but I'm thankful to be working, have a job, and being healthy. I want to make that clear. I love my clay and I really want to be able to do more. But anyway, thanks again for joining me. Have a great day.